What's up, everybody? My name is Colette.
I'm Candace.
Welcome back to Hey Cuz. And today we would like to talk about friendships and the different categories of friendships.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I think it was last weekend, we hosted a leadership conference, Adulting in My Purpose, which is coming back next year. So y'all look out for it, Adulting in My Purpose Leadership Summit. But anyway, we did have a speaker who brought up this fascinating topic, which I have mentioned before, because I always say everything ain't for everybody. That's one of the things I love to say all the time. You know, I got a lot of sayings.
Yeah.
But it was like the hierarchy of friendship or something. It was called that, similar hierarchy of friendship. And it's true, because I feel like, and people always laugh at me because I never use the word best friend because I just trauma, but we just throw around the word friend loosely because it's just easy to say in conversation. Oh, my friend from work, my friend is, and they're not really a friend. It's just an easy word to say. But I feel like in loosely throwing it around in our head, it just gets stuck that this person is our friend, and that's not the case. So what do you think about that? Should there be a hierarchy? Is that messed up?
No, I agree. But I also don't go around calling everyone a friend. Like I've seen it, I've heard it, like, it's easy to use, but I use coworker, I use acquaintance, I use friend. I do have best friends, and there are people that hold that title. They know exactly who they are. But I do have groups where I group people.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't get that concept, especially as you get older. It's needed. Those boundaries, drawing that clear line is very necessary. Because as you get older, you notice your circle shrinks. In high school, you know everybody, you're friends with everybody. And in college, it shrinks a little bit more. And then as you get older, you're growing, and other people.
There's more stuff to lose. There's more stuff to lose. There's more responsibility. So you do have to tighten that circle.
Absolutely. So you have the list. What's the hierarchy? What is
this?
Because I like to say friend. I have my friends. I have my squad. Everybody knows squad. I like to say, I like to use people I know a lot. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people.
And that's good. It's good to know people, but not everyone's your friend. So I'm reading in order from top. Your ace, your main man, to bottom. Okay. So you have best friend, you have close friends, you have acquaintances, you have coworkers, you have the category I know them. You have the category I know them on social media only, and you have stranger danger.
I do have, that is so weird. This social media is so weird. Because I have friends that I have never met
on social media.
Some people probably wouldn't even recognize them in the street. Mm-hmm. But it's like they probably know more about me than some of my. It's like you interact with them so much. Mm-hmm. It's so weird.
Because they follow you, or they follow,
Yeah, and you see them. They have kids. They get married. They have kids. You're congrats. It's like, but you're like, you don't know them from Adam. Like, it's so weird. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, how's Billy's first day? Like, it's social media really it changed the game. It did. But yeah, you that
first should define these, getting depth with these categories, because this is important.
I feel like the first category should be the smallest.
Okay.
So I feel like it's a pyramid, probably. Mm-hmm. That's how it should be. Yeah. So first category, you said best friends?
Yeah, that's on top. Mm-hmm. That's your main person. That is, I'm in trouble right now, or something great just happened to me. First person I'm calling. That's that category for me. Like, I just graduated. These are the people that are like hyping me up, like, yes, or I just failed a test. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. This is the people I'm calling. I'm sick. Those are the people I'm calling. I got stranded. It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm stranded. I don't know how to get home. My car is not starting. These are the people I'm calling. That's best friend category.
You're loyal to, you. You can rely on them. Yeah. I also think even deeper, people you can grow with,
Mhm.
people you are growing with.
Mhm.
Because somebody posted in a group that I'm in, and they were like, do you feel like you should be able to check your friends or your friends should check
Of
you?
course.
And I was like, I'd have it no other way. It's a requirement for me. You should be able to check me, not be rude, respectfully, as the kids say, but you should be able to check me. I love people to check me, because how else do we know what we need to improve? I hate yes men. I don't want a group of yes men. The person whose friend group is a group of yes men, those be some of the most miserable, least successful people. You don't grow, you don't learn anything, you don't evolve.
Right.
I think your best friends should be people that you evolve with.
It can let you know when you're going astray, and it should be taking, it shouldn't be taken lightly. It should have some weight to it when it's coming from that person, because you know that they know you, you know that they care about you. So if they're telling you, hey, you're moving in a way that you don't normally move, and I think it's dangerous, you should be, that's the person you should be like, okay, you know what? I might have heard before from someone else, but it's coming from this person. So now I'm gonna take this more seriously.
And they have their best interests at heart.
Right.
They're not just trying to drag you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Close friends next.
Close friends, yeah.
It's a weird one. Like for me, it's just like I'm going from my best friends to like associate. And that's one that like associate. I like that one too. That wasn't on the list, but I like that one. Associate.
I think close friend could be like you're starting to build that up, and not the acquaintance, but like maybe someone you just met, but that person's just that real, that you guys are vibing and it's getting there. Acquaintance,
but I also
like,
feel
I see you.
Like I said, everything ain't for everybody. You can't bring everybody everywhere. I think those are close friends. Like they're niche friends. Like these are the friends I can bring to the barbecue because they're funny. These are the friends I bring to the work party because they can dance and they're the life of the party. These are the friends.
Not a close friend. That's an acquaintance for me.
I don't know. I think because I just don't like I said, I just kind of skips. I just like best friend, coworker. Like I don't really have too much in the middle, so it's a little confusing to me. But that's why I feel like close friends. Like you hang out with them, you enjoy their company, but you don't necessarily need to tell them their secrets. They
don't have that's an acquaintance. If I can't still dish on you, like you're an acquaintance.
I don't know. What's a close friend to you then? Because I don't know.
Best friend to me is
close friend. Okay,
close friend is, like I said, we're there, we're vibing. We've gotten to a place where we've been vulnerable with each other at least once. Like it might just be more of a timing thing where we need more longevity to go to best friend level. So I would say that person, meeting them there.
But maybe also I don't think these positions are static. So it could be best friends that drop down because of distance.
Absolutely.
Because it's like nothing happened. It's just.
Yeah, it could be, distance thing, a timing thing, or hey, I grew up, I'm no longer partying. They still are, but they're very respectful of me. So therefore I'm going to put them in close friend category because our lifestyle is just a little bit different compared to what we've
done. So it could be an old friend or a new friend, technically.
Yeah. I think that can go on to close friends.
Yeah, I think close friends are still like niche people, because then you could have like church friends. I think for me, I feel like close friends are people that are categorized within a category. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that, they just fit in that category.
My life is a little different.
Yeah, because I have friends, I met at church, a lot of friends I met from church.
Mm-hmm.
They're great.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them, you just don't need to tell all your business to, and that's fine.
So then what is acquaintance for you?
I need my friends Merriam-Webster. I need Merriam-Webster.
I can't.
Maybe let's just look it up. Let's just go for it. Acquaintance / associate. I feel like kind of, or coworker associate.
Coworker is on category on this hierarchy.
But I feel like associate needs to be put in there, and I just don't know where it falls. An acquaintance. I think an acquaintance acquaintance could be someone you enjoy the company of, but you just
I think so too.
don't.
Acquaintance could
I
be like, you know, I
mean,
just met you last week, we vibed, and then we hung out, you know, the following week.
yeah, we can go to lunch. I maybe you're a friend of a friend. I've had that happen. I met people through other people and they're cool and we hang out.
That's an acquaintance thing.
Yeah, that's a casual, you know, you're cool conversation. We have something in common, maybe. What is Miriam in Oxford and they say?
They're using similar words. So Oxford says, a person who knows slightly, but who is not a close friend. See?
At least the list was right.
Yeah.
So when you know slightly. I guess I know a friend of a friend. Cause yeah, you know, it's summertime. You get invited to places. You meet new people.
Yeah.
They're not your friends. You're not gonna steal your friends' friends, but they're cool. And you know them. You know them when you see them. You know, every time it's that person's birthday, you're gonna see them or something like that.
That could be it. Yeah.
A friend of a friend. There's a degree of separation somewhere.
That was well defined. Then you have coworker, which.
But here's the thing with coworkers, and it gets gray because people say don't make friends at work, but you're going to. You're going
You absolutely can.
You spend way more time with your coworkers, at least I have, than you do your own family. You're there all, like most of your time is spent at work, especially in America, working 40-hour weeks or whatever or more. You spend most of your time with your coworkers. Some of them will become your friends, and I don't think that's wrong. So for that category, I have coworkers and my work friend, my friend from work. Because there's levels. There's people at my job like, you cool, you know, we're cordial, whatever, but we're not friends. And you're gonna get along with or have more things in common with certain people. Like whether it be an age difference or cultural. Like from my first job, we're like family over there. There's some of them I'm close to. We don't even work together. We still talk and hang out. We're like family because we relate, you know, on certain things. You know, we come from the same culture. We go outside of work. I think that's where on our own accord.
Right.
We don't go out with it, but without being forced. Right. You know, it's not a work event. We chose to go out to dinner because we enjoy this person. So I do think there's a difference between coworker and your friend from work.
Yeah. If it's my work friend though, I would just put them in that category of close friend.
But I mean, I was like, yeah, it's my friend from work or my work bestie or whatever.
Okay.
Because like I said, that best friend thing, I feel like at this point in time in 2021, being a best friend requires a group chat. So I feel like if you got a group chat,
don't put me everybody in has chat, okay? I'm not interested.
You don't got a group chat with your friends?
No, I'm not interested.
What you never had you had one?
Yeah, when I moved.
Okay.
The only way that we can, but even so, it's not like we're messaging like that. It's like if I want to see you,
I'm just saying it exists. It exists. It exists. So I got my work besties. I got a group chat with my work besties. So we can sip tea. That's the whole point of the group chat. It's like you got a group chat and then you got a subgroup chat. That's how you know you're special. The smaller the group chat gets.
But you know, it's not the best form of communication if you want to talk to me.
I mean, you can't always talk on the phone or in person. Sometimes you just need to send a quick text. So yeah, I definitely believe that you can have work friends successfully.
Absolutely.
Work relationships, that's a whole other problem. Friendships, definitely. That's a whole, that's a whole nother topic. We need to find somebody for that. Because in healthcare, it is common. I don't know how it is in business or the other sectors, but in healthcare, it's not grays. It ain't popping off like that. But it's common. I have definitely seen that a lot. I have seen a lot of work relationships. guilty.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I'm not guilty of that.
But that's for another day. Yeah, so that's definitely another episode. We can do that one next.
Oh, Lord. Okay, we need some people then, because I don't know anybody.
I need to find somebody who's willing to share their story. Yeah, so work coworkers. What's after that?
I know them.
I know them. I love that one. I love to pull that out. I know them. It's somebody I know. It's somebody I know. Because it's like, then we're not friends. And there's nothing wrong with them. We're just not friends. I just know them. Like I said, I know a lot of people.
So where does that fall? Because I know them. That sounds to me like, okay, that can be, someone I went to high school with, but didn't really talk to like that.
Yeah.
I know them. I know.
Our high school was so small. We knew everyone. And we were all friendly, but we weren't necessarily friends.
Right.
And that's okay. You can't be friends with 70 people. But with 70 people in your whole class, you will know them all by name.
So that's what that is to me. I know them, but
most of your classmates are people you know. Even at work, it's a lot of people you know. From performances and being in the art world. A lot of people, like I said, I know a lot of people. From networking, going to networking events. I know a lot of people from a lot of places. Like I connect. Everybody always like, I have people, they're like, you know everything about everybody and you just be connecting people. Like I ask for an event or I'm asking for somebody who does this or somebody who makes that. And I'm like, hey, boom, boom, boom. I know a lot of people. And I love connecting people. But it's like,
so that's the I know them categories. Like,
are they my friends? No. I don't know them like that, but I know them well enough. Like they're good people. You can trust them. They're good at what they do. Yeah, I know them.
okay.
It might be somebody like in my work building. Like, Candace. Yeah, I know Candace. It's one of those. Yeah, I know them.
That's it. That's exactly it.
That's exactly. You hear the name. Yeah, I know. And you can picture the face. If you can match the name of the face, I feel like that's somebody you know.
Okay, so that's your I know them. So then I know of them. How does that differ?
If I can't connect the name, the face, and where I knew them, if you can't connect all the dots, because like I said, I know a name lot of
sounds familiar. That's the
I've met a lot of people, so I'm like, yeah, I've heard of them. It's like I know the name and what they do, but not the face or the face and what they like. Something just isn't connecting. Okay. It's like, yeah, I know them. I've heard of them. Okay. Yeah, I know them. Why? Like one of those. Yeah, what about it?
All right.
Yeah, you don't know what the next question's gonna be, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Where's the conversation heading concerning this person?
Okay. I know them on social media only.
I got a lot of those people.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I moved through a lot of groups, a lot of between advocacy and art world and school, whatever. And you get and Facebook, you always get these friend requests. It's annoying.
Yeah, but you know them on social media only. But sometimes, like you said, you can get to know them.
Some of them are my best.
Better than that's what I'm saying. Better than other people in your other categories.
I know them on social media.
They talk to you more. They support you more.
That's a good friend right there. I'm telling you, I say all the time, a stranger will support you more than your own family. I got social media people, Facebook family. That's why they call that Facebook family. I've never met them in my life. Some of them I probably couldn't pick up out of a lineup. But that's my dog. That's bro. That's sis. That's auntie right there.
Okay.
Even social media personality.
That category for you.
Like Auntie Tab. I don't know that lady. But during the quarantine,
Auntie Tab. Yeah, that's
during the quarantine, I was watching them videos like I was about to be vegan. I know, ain't no way I'm about to be vegan.
I actually tried. I was successful.
But for 10 seconds, you surely did. But for 10 seconds while I'm watching, I'm like, I could do this. Yeah, Auntie Tab, I'm gonna be vegan too. No, I'm not.
That's Auntie right there. 2 months.
That's auntie right
Sometimes
there.
it's me.
I'll be ruined for my internet aunties.
Okay, okay.
Hide them on tab.
And then of course you have that stranger danger.
Everybody knows I'm very paranoid. I'm very hyper vigilant. I don't really know a lot of strangers. But there are those people who never meet a stranger. And those type of people always fascinate me. The people go out, you're out to dinner,
And
or when you used to go out to the club and they could just talk, they just disappear.
Yeah.
That fascinates me. I feel like that's stranger danger to me.
Not necessarily. They're just extroverts. They like to talk. They like to move the room.
You don't know these people, just in people's face.
But don't know what's going on. Start off all the friends you have at one point.
No, because sometimes in certain situations you don't just need to be talking to random people.
Depends on
the paranoid person.
Up your whole life.
I'm telling you, there's been so many times where I'm like, "Yo, y'all, we done? Let's go!" Right? 10 seconds later, somebody's being dragged out by security. That's what I'm saying. It's like, but they just about to be talking to that person that was just dragged out by security. That sort of thing. That's stranger danger. When you will literally talk to anyone, your gut doesn't kick in. Especially after the club, people are drunk. You don't know what you don't know where their head is at. They might knock you out if you want to be friendly. No. But that brings me to this other topic. You can't take everybody everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We've all had a friend or an associate, have you, who just gets a little saucy.
Guilty, been there.
And they just don't know how to handle it. It's one thing to have an episode. We've all been there. Mm-hmm. It's your birthday. You get a pass. That doesn't count. Your birthday never counts. But if it's a consistent thing, right? Every time you are out in public, outside, the kids say, this person they're just never in their right mind. I feel like after a certain age, you have to come to the understanding that you can't do everything with everyone.
That's the key.
Like, this person does not need to be at the barbecue. They do not need to be at your family's house. Sometimes they don't even need to be at the club where it's appropriate. It's too much. It's like, you're already drunk before we got to the club. I get pre-gaming. Pre-gaming is just to get a little tipsy, save a little money. Those drinks are overpriced. So we're going to show up ready. And then you can have another drink. And that's it. But you already drunk. And we didn't even get to the club yet. I feel like I'm natural protective person. I'm the babysitter type vibe. But I'm too old to be babysitting people. I don't want to have to be around people that I need to babysit. Like that. And it's always the stranger danger person who's the drunk. Like, they're friendly. They will talk to anyone and they're just drunk out of their mind, disappearing. That's not safe for an outing. That's the one person you don't want to lose track of.
But that goes back to the whole rules that you said. Tighten up that circle.
Can't take everybody.
31, I don't got nobody like that in my circle no more.
Me either. But like I said, you got the friends of a friend, and you end up at events, and you go to somebody's birthday party or the barbecue.
So then this is not if it's not
my friends.
So then,
but I'm at my friend's birthday.
So is it?
So it's just my observation for my friend. Like, when are you gonna grow up?
Oh, your friend's friend, got it.
When are you gonna draw the boundary? Because then you mad at your birthday because your friend is drunk. So the whole situation is just a mess. Everybody's irritated and high on edge because we don't know what this person's gonna do. They just snapping on you, cursing you out.
Boundaries, like you said, and it also comes down to just enabling. Like,
because eventually it makes me not want to show up.
That's it right there.
By proxy, it's like, I can't even show up to your event because you don't know where to draw the line on your friends. But I want to go out sometimes. You got to, and that's the crazy thing. It's like, you can't even just be responsible for your friends. You got to be responsible for your friends' and or associates that they call friends that they're confused about. That's why we have this list. so you guys can get to organizing so that I can go
Crystal
out
is lying.
and enjoy myself. It's about me. No, I'm kidding. But
If it is your birthday, then absolutely. Yes. My rules
Real
for my
talk,
birthday is
though.
my friends only. Don't bring a +1. They're not invited.
oh, that's another episode.
Our
Because
rule.
I had some thoughts about that.
Okay.
+1. We need to write that down somewhere. Write that one down somewhere.
Okay.
That's a topic. That's a topic. +1 etiquette. We're gonna go there because I have some feelings about that one. But yeah, it's like, and that too, because like your +1 might be the drunk friend.
Mm-hmm.
And just because you can tolerate that, you have more patience. I don't have patience for that in my life right now. Don't bring them to my party because you don't know how to draw boundaries. That's not your bestie. And if it is your bestie, you need to check them. Because like I said, that's one of the qualifications. You should be able to check your bestie. Why is your bestie drunk? Get your bestie into therapy or something. Or demote them. I've said that.
Very
People begin to say like, Candace, you wrong for that. I'm like, whatever. I'm demoting and I'm promoting. That's how it works. Nobody's safe. Ever.
There also has to be there's an enabling thing there though, because if there's a history of drinking, then why are you being invited to any place that there's alcohol? You know how this person gets.
You don't know how to handle it. And like they say, like, oh, they was drunk when they got here. So you should have put them to bed. We'll see you when we get back from the party. We'll see you when we get back from the cookout. I'm not bringing you out to the cookout if you were already drunk when you came to my house. No. Me too old for that. When we were younger, we
clearly that person ain't tired of it.
We didn't learn our limits yet. You know, so it happens. I feel like by 30, you should know how much you can drink and not drink. I don't even like to drink like that. I just like to vibe in my own essence. I want to be completely aware of everything.
Yeah, if someone's drinking like that, that's not I want to feel good. That's I'm going through something in life, and you know what, I'm gonna hit this bottle because I don't want
at this point. I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's what it is at this point. Like it's not a turn up. Like I don't know, maybe some people still turn up. I can't. I'm not here to
not
judge.
like that. Not to be doing it drunk before your event.
Yeah,
I mean, I know because I've been there.
Some people do it.
They're going through something.
This is not for me.
Oh, I agree. But there needs to be a person can't grow from that habit if everything around them is sort of like encouraging it. And yeah, after the person gets drunk, you're just like, okay, you need to stop. But there needs to be consequences. There's like you said, I wouldn't go as far as putting them to bed. You know, that's not their responsibility. Is you know what?
You're not supposed to put people to bed before. That's okay. Night. Go night.
I don't got no kids. I'm not putting nobody to bed. No. You found your way here. Goodbye. Okay.
But I don't like to babysit people, and I also believe in people's safety.
I believe in safety too, but guess what?
So if you can barely, like, if we carpool into an event, and you can barely walk through my door. No. You need to stay home. You're already slurring your words. You shouldn't even be slurring words by the end of the night of any night. Really. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I keep trying to tell people I'm old. I'm grandma.
Shut up.
I may be old, but I'm ready. That's not young, but ready. I'm
he
old,
or she or whatever is going through something. That's why they're hitting that bottle that hard. And I'm saying it because, like I said, I know. It's great that you've never been drunk like that. I can tell you right now, I've never been alive what I've done in life. I have.
It's the boundaries.
There has to be some type of.
I think that's another thin line. I don't know.
Boundary of like letting this person know, like there has to be consequences. Like people don't change if things around them are not changing. What is scaring this person enough to want to change? It should just be okay. She wants to change, but guess what? That's not the way life works. That's also
are you not tired of embarrassing yourself every time we go somewhere? You're the center of attention, but not for the right reasons. Everybody remembers your name, but not for the right reasons.
That's literally addiction. people could stop it like that, they would. We wouldn't have all these rehab centers. People could just quit.
And that's another thing that people don't realize, that people think alcoholism is that you drink every day. Binge drinking can be alcoholism too. Like
Of
you
course,
cram
of
it,
course it is.
just because you cram it into the weekends, it's still a habit
Of course.
that you need to do it every weekend.
If you get into the point where you're like blackout drunk, hungover, throwing up, slurring, like you said, you can't operate your vehicle at that point, whatever the case may be. Even if you only do it once a month, it can still falls in the bracket of alcoholism.
And I want to bring marijuana into the conversation. I know it's everybody's sacred plant, but all the other drugs come from. I don't understand why marijuana gets a pass, because all the other drugs come from plants too. They're like, it's a plant. So is cocaine and heroin. It comes from a plant too. Opium, it's a plant. Why does marijuana get a pass? That's all I want to know. Because you can be addicted to marijuana. You can use marijuana to escape from your problems. That's when it becomes an addiction. Why do you need to be high all the time? Because it feels good. Why do you need to feel it? Because people aren't digging deep enough.
Right.
I know it's touchy.
Feel good, right.
It's touchy. We'll talk about that one another day.
It can absolutely be an addiction. Now, it doesn't mean if you smoke once in a while that you have a problem. No, but it's your reasons behind it. Like I've said this before in videos. Like I have my boundaries with alcohol because what's the reason behind it? Am I celebrating something? Did I have a, crappy day? Did someone just die and I'm just don't want to feel pain? Like what's the logic? And if it's not a good logic, if I'm trying to mask something, I do not pick it up. It doesn't matter if I would only have 2 ounces or a sip. If I'm trying to cover something, I'm not going to pick it up.
But even if you are celebrating,
work to get there.
I think it's just a cultural habit. Why do we need to get blackout drunk? Even if we are somebody got a promotion, you're getting blackout drunk. Somebody's having a baby, somebody's getting married. We all know bachelor parties are good things, but still, why do we need to we've seen it. Even if it wasn't personal, we've seen the movie, The Hangover and Wedding Crashers. That's real. I've been out like on vacation or out in the lounge or whatever, and there's a bachelorette party there or a bachelor party. They're getting drunk. Yeah. They're getting blackout drunk. And that's still not good either.
It's not.
And I've convinced myself that I just want to be aware of everything. I want to enjoy the moment. I want to remember enjoying the moment. If it's a good thing, why do I want to be drunk? I'm ginger ale shawty. Give me that ginger ale. That's my bubbly.
Learn their limits, and everyone's limit is different. There's this whole peer pressure aspect of it, right? Well, have a shot with me, have a drink with me. There's this whole I can drink more than you. There's this ego to it. There's
definitely done that.
Like, oh, we're celebrating. Okay, I'm gonna toast to this person. I'm gonna toast to that person. By the time 6 people done toast, you had 6 drinks already.
Basically, last person to finish the drink has to buy the next round. I played that game one time, and I'm like, but how many rounds of this game are we gonna play?
Right, it only takes a couple before someone's just done.
Like, that's not a game that you just play all night. Somebody has got to cut that one off.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. So definitely, you do have to, and I say this at least once a year, you got to take a step back, evaluate your circle, and move people accordingly. Sounds savage, but it's for the best in your life, for your mental stability, for your peace. You do got to put people where they belong and treat them accordingly.
And not just the people around you, also yourself. Because let's be real, if someone is, doing all that, someone in that group is the person that needs to be evaluated. Make sure you're not the person that's causing the issue.
That too. And that's always self-evaluation, self-awareness. But with them friend groups, nobody's safe. And that's the thing that people don't get. I feel like people feel like they have to hold on to these relationships with a death grip just because of longevity. Time, what is it? Quality over quantity. That time don't matter. Sometimes some of my newest friends are some of the best friends I've ever had compared to some of the people I've known forever. And like I said, these are people I know. There's a lot of people who I've known for a very long time. And there's still people I know. They're not my friends. I just know them. I've known them for a long time. And sometimes you have friends that you've had since kindergarten and they need to become people you know. A lot of people cannot make that connection or the disconnection that needs to happen. Some of them you got to cut off just because you've been friends with old girls since kindergarten. That's a long time ago. Most people are not the same person.
Easy, and I'm not saying that it is. It's
absolutely not.
But
we could talk about that another day. Friend breakups are tragic.
They're painful. They're worse.
They're worse than a relationship. It's worse to me.
Of course it is. So sometimes it is worth exploring that pain.
But you have to. Some people you just have to, and you have to just mourn that relationship.
Yes. Be grateful for the memories you had, but grieve the loss. Grieve it like it is a death, because it is.
And you'll spend the rest of your life mourning other things that were caused by the toxicity of that relationship that you keep trying to hold on to. Something toxic is gonna kill. Even if it's in micro doses, eventually it's going to cause damage. If you think about chemicals, even small doses, when they say frequent exposure to small doses, it's going to cause damage. It's the same thing with relationship. Frequent exposure to this person, even if it's little things here or there. You know, some people are nice, nasty. They say they got them jabs. You know those people. Oh, you got that little promotion I see, or your little book that you published. That's not a real friend. Right. You really gotta pay attention to those things. I always tell people I'm very intentional and impeccable with my word. As the full agreement says, be impeccable with your word. I'm very picky about the things I say, and I think a lot of people are too. They didn't say that on accident. They said it on purpose. They want you to know that they think what you're doing is little. And that's
or they want that jealousy, that insecurity. They're showing you what's coming out.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes that can be checked and you can grow from it and grow past it. Sometimes. But it definitely.
Do I want to check that person?
Like I said, sometimes it can be checked, especially if your friend has never done something like that before.
Well, that's different. If it's new, that's different.
Everyone has their moments in life.
But if you look back and it's a pattern, which normally it is.
Yeah. If it's a pattern.
You just try to ignore it. But it probably 9 times out of 10, it was a pattern. And they're just a shady person who's never happy for anybody. They want to see you lose. It's like that Issa Molly. Not what's her name of the show?
Yeah, it's Molly.
No, Issa.
Issa.
Is Issa on the show?
Yes.
That's the name of her character?
Yes.
Issa, like I was right. Issa and Molly. That whole debacle.
She can do good, just don't go up beyond where she is. You know,
Molly didn't want her to be great.
Right.
Just good was enough. And I was team Issa, I'm not gonna hold you. But we could talk that another. Are they bringing that back?
I was team Issa too.
Are they bringing it back?
Yes, this supposed to be one more season.
Yeah, because a lot of people there were like Team Molly. I'm like, Molly been shady though.
Yeah. Molly's
that nice nasty, and she secretly wants to see you fail. And when you actually do succeed and shock her, she don't like it. There's a lot.
She's used to being the one that's on top. She can't.
There's a lot of Mollys. A lot of people got Mollys in their corner. And that's your successful friend who's like, that's a great person to have in your corner. But when you really pay attention, they want to be the only one who's great. For me, I want all my friends to be great. I root for my friends. I encourage them to go as far as they can. I'm always to the point where it's annoying. And then I have to step back, like, it's not my life. But that's how we live. We root for each other. We celebrate every success, every little thing. At one point, it was every little thing. We're celebrating it though. We gonna celebrate you. That's how we. Any reason? Oh, you got a $1 raise. Drinks on you.
I'm done.
You got big money. It doesn't matter. Like, we celebrate anything, any and everything. And that's how it should be. Genuinely, we're celebrating it.
Support your
Because
friends.
everything kind of matters. Life is short. You should celebrate. It doesn't matter how big or small.
But you just said it right there. Life is short. So how you spend it and who you choose to spend it with makes all the difference.
That part. That's very important because at the end of the day, as much as we want to be thugs and say we don't need nobody, I don't need nobody. Yes, we do.
I never uttered those words before in my life.
Humans are codependent.
I'm too emotional. I need people.
Humans need other humans. I don't think humans were designed to be alone.
We weren't.
Anytime you isolate somebody, their mental health declines.
Suicide spikes.
Their mental health declines all the time. So yeah, humans need other humans. Just make sure they're good humans.
Yeah.
Make sure you're equally yoked to the humans that you choose to surround yourself with.
That part.
And there's more to that. We could dive into people making different levels of money. That jealousy can come into people being in relationships or being single. That causes mess in friendships. Mm-hmm. Travel envy.
Those are the things that you see, like when these things pop up, all of a sudden you see like this shift in your friendships. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's genuine because it happens where your friends start dating somebody and you're like, nah, sis. Nah, bro. And it's not jealousy. It's just, it's not good for you.
There's that, or sometimes it is like you've been single for a while. You've always been able to pick up my phone calls. You've always been there. And now someone else is taking your time. And then it's tricky. It gets tricky, but that's what I'm saying. I just think it warrants a conversation. Like, don't just go around just cutting people. Have a conversation. See where their head is.
I understand how it goes in the beginning of a relationship. Y'all are obsessed and want to be in each other's skin. So I give it time. I'm not going to be mad those first 2 months.
It doesn't have to be coming out, at the gate like, okay, why don't you? It's just saying, hey, I'm here. I miss you. And I'd like to hang out.
It's just something to keep an eye on. Because that is also a form of codependency. And if it's unhealthy, it will need to be checked, like you said.
I'm just saying, don't let it go for a while and then blow up at the person. Like, let them know when you first start feeling that way. So they are aware. They're aware. Like you said, be intentional with your words. Let them know how you feel. Mm-hmm. Have a conversation.
We had that conversation before people even start dating. Yeah, me and my friends have a joke that we already know we're codependent. It's okay.
It's not, but okay.
Even when there's a sniff of interest in the air. Who is this? What do they do? What's their intention? You think we're the parents? And what, y'all gonna be hanging out every weekend now? Or we can have our squad nights?
Yeah, y'all.
At least we are aware. But you know what? I hold this personal opinion. I'm not as obsessive over it, but it's important because your friends were there first. So are you going to sacrifice 20 years for someone who just came along? And you got them rose-colored glasses on and you can't see that this person is the devil incarnate and they're going to ruin our stuff? Because when you go out and stuff, you want to be able to bring your partner. But if everybody hates the partner, that ruins the friendship. There's that.
It absolutely does. And like I said, that goes back to when, all right, if that's your person that you put in this best friend category, then if they're saying, hey, I see some red flags with your partner, you should be listening.
People like to say relationships are off limits. I don't think they are. Because it doesn't necessarily, it affects everybody. It's going to affect the whole group. Because if they don't like us, we don't like them, you're going to have to make choices.
It does, how you blend those groups, but I think
it's important. Anytime I'm interested in somebody, I always think like, would they feel living with my friends? I think that I do. I don't pick people. That's important. I hold my friends in high regard. I'd like to think they hold me in high regard. We do everything together. We usually pre-COVID we take at least 2 vacations. So it's like, if you get a partner, you're going to be stuck in the house for a few days with this person. They need to be a good fit.
They do.
Because are we going to take our routine for one person that you just met? That's not fair. So
But things
it
do
sounds
change.
crazy.
Things
It
do
sounds
change,
crazy
though.
to say it out loud, but it is important.
It's important, but there needs to be a balance on both sides, though, because you can't just go, all right, well, this person isn't interested in, you know, what I do in my friends group, or my friends hate this person. Like, there has to be, okay, what's the reasoning behind this?
Of course.
I hate them
Of
because
course. Because I mean, if they don't like the activities that we do, but they're willing to show up.
That's what I'm saying. It just depends on the
But
reason.
very people genuinely will do that. They might be huffing and puffing and complaining, and don't nobody want that. So it just depends.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just get to the root of it, why it's happening.
But I think it's important that the person you're dating should be a good fit, because they're going to be around. It's the same thing with family. It causes rifts in family. Marriages cause rifts in families. So it just is like, what's more important to you? And I really don't believe that I'm going to sacrifice these precious, lifelong relationships for something new. It just doesn't make sense in my head. That's just me.
It's not about sacrificing. And I also, because you said earlier, time is not a judge of, you know, whether or not that is going to last. So best friends can be demoted. Relationships can take precedent over it just because that person is who you need and is helping you grow. And this category over here is not. But
I feel a good relationship shouldn't interfere. If it's a good relationship,
it shouldn't be bringing down your friendships. No, it should only be amplifying that. There should be
that's what I'm saying.
These are the people that are in my corner, absolutely. Because guess what? The qualities that this person sees in you and likes, part of it is because of your interaction with your friends, family, and other people. But part of it is the interaction that you have with your friends that help you form into that person. So absolutely, but I guess I'm saying I don't really think about, like, if I'm dating someone, like, okay, that's not like the first thought in my head.
I don't think it's conscious. It could be subconscious, but it's a little conscious.
If I want my friends to meet him, like that's a thought. It's like, okay, hey, what do you think? Because now I want my input, right? I want my people to let me know, okay, I'm in the clouds. What are you seeing that I'm not seeing?
Yeah. So it kind of matters. I have a habit of not dating people my age, so it's something to consider. Like, would they be annoyed with me and my friends and the things we like to do? Because they're old. No, because they're older. I don't think I've ever dated anyone my age.
I mean, it was kind of hard, you know. We were always the youngest ones in our class.
I already.
You were never around people,
but it's just gotten worse and worse over the years.
Yeah,
I'm an old soul,
and
I don't have time for the nonsense. So so I do think about that. I'm like, it's a gap. It's a gap.
But I don't have.
And me and my friends are very intelligent. We can have educated conversations. We do we're cultured, but sometimes we like to do dumb stuff. That's okay. Or you should just be able to be okay with staying home while I do some dumb stuff with my friends for a couple of days.
And I think that's important too. So it
has to be about
if they fit in this group. It's, hey, can I just be with my friends and you be okay?
I think both is necessary.
Of course, both necessary.
I think they need to be able to interact with my friends, and you also need to be okay with just staying home for the weekend while we go to Florida. Maybe not the whole weekend, but we want to go do something that you don't like.
Be with their whoever romantic.
In a relationship, I think it's so important that each person has their own thing. They have their own friends. They need that break. You can't just you just want to be in each other. You need space sometimes. I do believe that. You need that person. You need some friends. Yeah, you can hang out with my friends, but you need friends that you can just go blow off some steam with. I think that's very necessary. But we took a little detour. Boundaries. Hierarchy, boundaries. Hierarchy, boundaries. It's very important in the concept of friendships, platonic friendships, platonic relationships. And what are the categories again? Best friend, close friend, acquaintances, coworkers, people I know.
Them.
I know them.
I know of them.
I know of them. That's a very important distinction. I know them and I know of them. That one trips people up.
Yeah.
And then there's the social media people.
And then the stranger danger.
Strangers. I'm just not one of those people I'm not that outgoing.
Doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I say, it's fascinating to me. Some of those people I admire. I think it's a great skill that you could just talk to anyone. I think that's awesome. But sometimes it can get out of hand.
Depends on what you're saying to who. Yes, absolutely. But guess what? Those are also the people that are in the entertainment world, right? They got jobs because they own that skill.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wish I had that skill a little bit more.
I mean, it's not necessarily bad thing. It's just
everything needs to be balanced a little bit. Like, you're the type to wander off all the time. I can't. I don't want friends that I need to keep on a leash.
I'm 31. I'm not babysitting anyone. I don't have kids.
And say, it's time to go. Time to go. Oh, it's getting late. Oh, is it raining? What's it about to rain? I'm looking for any excuse.
Girl, my butt's already in bed.
I like my bed. People are always afraid to be the first to leave. It's so funny. And I'm just like, look at the time. Sometimes I don't even make an excuse. I'm just like, bye, y'all. This is enough peopling today. I'm going home. I'm going home. You just gotta respect everybody for who they are. That's the bottom line.
That is the bottom line. And if they don't respect you, and you try to work it out, you try to talk it out, then get rid of it. Respect
people for who they are and acknowledge them for who they are and treat them accordingly, whether it be good or bad. And I've tried to tell people that to their face. I see you, and I'm going to treat you accordingly. And I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to say that and walk away. They'll figure it out eventually.
Have a conversation. Have a conversation.
Because chances are, by the time it got there, it was probably many conversations.
Well,
and if you don't get it, I'm going to just break it down for you like this. I see you.
That's fine, as long as there's a conversation that's had. Because you can't get.
I'm not a surprise type of person.
Even know what you're upset about.
I don't like surprises. I like to address things up front.
Yeah.
I think that's why I make a lot of people uncomfortable because they're not used to that. I want to talk about it now.
Communication.
Yeah. Somebody asked me if I was confrontational the other day. And I was like, yeah. But confrontation doesn't, like, people put a negative connotation on it. It doesn't need to be negative. Confrontation just means you're willing to face something. So yes, I do have a habit of, I'm gonna face it head on in the moment. So I do think I'm a confrontational person.
Something wrong.
Not in a bad way though.
It's not about being, you should be one to face things head on. It's just how you do it is, I think, what makes a situation.
It doesn't have to be a negative thing.
You talk to people the way that you would want them to talk to you. That's number one, first and foremost. You don't have to be aggressive with everything in life. Because it's not going to be received, so you're wasting your words and time at that point. Just talk to them the way that you would want to be talked to, and it can either go very well or it can go very bad.
That's true. Yeah. So check those circles, people. Do the rearranging as necessary. And just be mindful of your boundaries and be very intentional about guarding your peace.
Yes.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. From whoever Candace wants to be right now.
Forrest Gump.
I know.
I shouldn't have said it. I should have let y'all guess that one in the comments.
I left it like that for
You know, these youngins don't be knowing. They don't be knowing. Y'all gotta watch these classic movies, kids. Come on now. But anyways.
Bye, guys.